Welcome to the Crew 272 How to 3D series. I'm creating this video series to help you succeed in your 3D projects and viewing, and yes, even create your own content. After Space Jam, and that's spacejamboree.com, a weekend-long Scout STEM based merit badge seminar held yearly at Rantoul, Illinois, we went 3D. I learned a lot about what works and what doesn't. 3D is cutting edge and just now starting to explode. 3D this and that, projection to projects will get kids excited, and that's what it's all about, getting people excited about 3D and being able to enjoy this. So sit back and let me tell you what we plan to show in this series of how-to 3D videos. If you follow along, you'll save yourself many costly errors, and I'll bet you I'll show you things you never even considered. We'll look at some glasses, starting with Real D 3D Passive. These are the glasses you get at the movie theater. They're very inexpensive. We'll look at active polarized glasses. These are very expensive, and if you've got 1,000 friends coming over for a movie you've produced, probably not the way to go. And then we'll also look at the old style red cyan glasses. They work great with YouTube. You can use them now with the equipment you already have. So if you produce a 3D video, you can put it up on YouTube and everybody can enjoy it, even if all they have is their Hannah Montana glasses from years back. We'll look at screens. So we start with the eyes with glasses, then we'll look at the screens. We'll explore silver. Silver screens are important. We use Severson screens. Severson screens are awesome. They preserve the polarization and reflect all the light back so that you get the best possible passive experience. We'll also look at white screens. With white screens, you have to use active glasses. So more expense, but you probably already have a white screen. Next, we'll look at displays. So dual projector. For the dual projector setup, you need a frame to align the projectors. We'll look at polarization filters that you need to put in front of those projectors, and then the signal processing and the sources needed to drive. We'll look at single projectors, both active and passive viewing. You can use one projector. It's easier to set up. There's no alignment issues, but you're going to have some extra equipment. And we'll look at non-120 hertz projectors. Highly recommend that you pick up a BenQ projector that does 120 hertz for your projector. Anyway, if you messed up or you already had a projector that'll do 85 hertz, no fretting, no worries. We'll show you how to deal with that. We'll look at LCD and CRT displays and how you can view your 3D that way. Visual information processors are the devices we'll look at that get the left eye signal to the left eye and the right eye to the right eye. They take the signal in the HDMI cable and split it. They also do things like enable non-3D enabled projectors to work. They'll create pseudo 3D. If you're watching the Super Bowl and you really want to take it up a notch with the right visual information processor, you can do that. So very cool stuff, and we'll go through a couple different ways to do that. 3 or 4 products that are involved there. Sources of 3D material. In this series, we'll look at gaming, both PC games and video consoles. On the PC side, we're going to take a look at Hobbyco's Real Flight Simulator. Very, very cool stuff in 3D. We're going to be looking at Steam games. In particular, we'll look at Gary's Mod, and we'll look at the software that you have to have on your laptop. We use Toshiba laptops. They rock, and we put TriDef. It's DDD, TriDef's driver that enables all those DirectX games to be able to be 3D. So a lot of stuff you may already have. If you have the right software, the right laptop, the right cables and everything, you're going to be playing 3D. The kids love it. It's huge. The gaming consoles, we're going to look at the Sony PlayStation 3. We're going to talk about HDCP, high definition content protection. There are issues. if you don't understand those issues and you go out and spend a lot of money, you'll be upset with me. So you have to understand those issues, and you need to make sure what you're going to do works. An example, on the PlayStation 3, we bought Gran Turismo to play in 3D. One time I got it to kick into 3D with the cabling situation. Other times, the majority of the time, it wouldn't kick in. Yet other games work fine. So the point here is how the software vendor is dealing with high definition copy protection can mess with your gaming experience. So we'll go through that. Video, another great source for 3D material is video, and video can come in the form of YouTube videos, Blu-ray players. We're going to talk a lot about that. Blu-ray players, getting the right one. Oppo Digital rocks. Never have a problem with that one. I've unfortunately had a lot of problems with some other ones. So depending on what you're going to do and the firmware on the Blu-ray player, etc., you can run into a lot of issues here. Video is great fun, streaming YouTube and watching YouTube. There's a lot of content from the Olympics out there. We've enjoyed that, and we'll show you some of that. So stand by for video. Sound makes up a huge part of our experience when we're watching a video, playing a game. Sound is king, and we're going to look at both professional and home setups. And when I say professional, I mean take it up a notch. Crown XLS amplifiers, several thousand watts of power, a digital mixing board in there, and the Oppo Digital Blu-ray player. Unbelievable what you can do. Home theater will just take the signal through a standard home theater AV amp, and you're going to learn about issues and problems, because the more devices we put into that chain of HDMI signal, the more likely we're going to run into troubles. So stand by and get ready to learn about that. Speaker setups, we're going to show you a 5.1 as well as a 7.1 setup. It's actually 7.4. Like I said earlier, with the Crown amps, we're going to really rock the theater. It'll be great to see that in action. So speaker setups and audio, huge amount of your satisfaction with the video production effort. We're going to work on video creation. Again, if you're going to go through all the trouble to put all this stuff in place and learn about it, you might as well learn how to create videos. And we have a very inexpensive Toshiba Camille Z100 3D camcorder. Very simple to use, very easy to operate. Yeah, it's not professional stuff here, but who wants to pay 10 grand? Let's get in there, have some fun, see if you like it. And the Toshiba camera is a great way to do that. So we'll be showing you that. Video editing, you can't do any better than Sony Creative Software. They've provided 3D video editing in the software. It can't be easier. Great tools in the Sony Creative Software Vegas Pro. So we'll be looking at video editing with that. Another option is CyberLink Media Suite. They also have a great player, Power DVD. You probably used that years and years now. Great products, so we'll be looking at those. Anyway, we'll be going through all that. So if that's not enough, I don't know what is. You'll love it. This will be a great experience. We can dig down and help you succeed in your 3D effort.